But you're saying they're evading what you guys can do or see. How are they evading? Is it like midnight runs? Like, how are they actually doing that?
So, I mean, poaching is done in different ways. Some poachers will use wire snares. So these are these wire traps that they'll go and rip fences down or telephone wires down, and they'll set these loops up over these paths that the animals use to get to water points or away from water points, and they get stuck in these snares. And the more they struggle, the more they tighten. Uh, of course, weapons, using rifles, using poison darts, spears, um, using cyanide is a common one that we see, particularly here in Zimbabwe. They put cyanide in cabbages or in oranges or watermelons, and elephants love those, so they'll go and eat them. And the catastrophic effect from all the predators that come in to feed on a carcass that's been killed from cyanide, it's devastating. So yeah, look, our objective is to be able to build up systems that stop poaching from happening, and build up communities that don't want to see it happening. And so, I suppose the long arc of my realization in conservation is that conservation isn't just a conservation issue; it's a social issue, and you've got to deal with many of the social aspects that are happening in the communities that parallel the areas we're trying to protect. Previously, we'd just come out with this very sort of staunch approach. We're going to be the last line of defence, and if you come in here, there's going to be trouble, and that type of thing. And good guys with guns out there, between the animal and the poacher. And the poachers are coming across sometimes in groups of a dozen or more, with automatic rifles and heavy caliber weapons, often from a different country, crossing these borders, coming in, doing a raid, killing a bunch of elephant or rhino, and then ducking off out of the country, unseen, and back on their own territory. So, yeah, over the years, we came to learn that if we could focus on some of those social aspects, then we would have the community on side. And in getting the community on side, we had the most powerful weapon there was, and that
Mm.
was the positive will of the people, the hearts and minds. To jump forward a little bit into our program here, in what started in Zimbabwe, Akashinga, which is a all female teams of ranger units. In a way, a small team of women here have achieved what few armies or police forces in history have been able to do, and that is win the hearts and minds of the local population.
It's so fascinating because when you just say that, you think armies and these huge units have political power, they have this money, but they don't have that connection to community. So when we're looking at these, winning the hearts and mind and these social issues, how does poaching negatively impact these communities over there?